Okay, I'm going to pick back up on 7:15:08 for the 911 calls. This is part 7. My videos of the Casey Anthony case history. Alright, third 911 call from Cindy Anthony. Dispatch, 911, what's your emergency? Cindy, I called a little bit ago. The deputy sheriff's not here. I found out my granddaughter has been taken. She's been missing for a month. Her mother finally admitted she's been missing. Dispatcher, okay, what's your address you're calling from? Cindy, we're talking about a 3-year-old little girl. My daughter finally admitted that the babysitter stole her. I need to find her. Dispatcher, your daughter admitted that the babysitter is where? Cindy, that the babysitter took her a month ago. That's my daughter. That my daughter's been looking for. I told you my daughter was missing for a month. I just found her today, but I can't find my granddaughter. She just admitted to me that she's been trying to find her herself. There's something wrong. I found my daughter's car today, and it smells like there's been a dead body in the damn car. Dispatcher, okay. What's the 3-year-old's name? Kaylee Anthony. Dispatch, Kaylee Anthony? Cindy, yes. Dispatch, okay. Is she white, black, or Hispanic? Cindy, she's white. Dispatch, how long has she been missing for? Cindy, I have not seen her since 7th of June. Now we know that's a lie. It was the 15th of June. Dispatch, what is her date of birth? Cindy, 8/9/2000. Oh God, she's 2005. George, Kaylee's missing. George, what? Cindy, Kaylee's missing. Casey says Zenaida took her months ago. Inaudible. Dispatcher, okay, I understand. Can you just calm down for me for just a minute? I need to know what's going on, okay? I'm gonna try. And Cindy, inaudible. Dispatch, is your daughter there? Cindy, I'm on the phone with them. Dispatch, is your daughter there? Cindy, yes. Dispatch, can I speak to her? Do you mind if I speak to her? Thank you. Cindy, I called them 2 hours ago, and they haven't gotten here. Casey finally admitted that Zenaida took her a month ago and has been trying to find her. Dispatch, ma'am. Cindy, it's the Orange County Sheriff's Department. They want to talk to you. Inaudible. Answer their question. Casey, hello? Dispatch, hello? Casey, yes. Dispatch, hi. What? Can you tell me what's going on a little bit? Casey, I'm sorry. Can you tell me a little bit what's going on? Casey, my daughter's been missing for 31 days. Dispatch, and you know who has her? Casey, I know who has her. I've tried to contact her. I actually received a phone call today now from a number that is no longer in service. I did get to speak to my daughter for about a minute. Dispatch, okay, did you guys call and report vehicle stolen? Yes, my mom did. Dispatch, okay, so is the vehicle stolen too? Casey, no, this is my vehicle. Dispatch, what vehicle was stolen? Casey, it's a 98 Pontiac Sunfire. Dispatch, okay, I have deputies on the way to you right now for that. So now your 3-year-old daughter is missing. Kaylee Anthony. Casey, yes. Dispatch, white female. Casey, yes, white female. Dispatch, 3 years old. 8/9/2005 is her date of birth. Casey, yes. Dispatch, you last saw her a month ago. Casey, 31 days, been 31 days. Dispatch, who has her? Do you have a name? Casey, her name is Zenaida Fernandez Gonzalez. Dispatch, who is that? Babysitter? Casey, she's been my nanny for about a year and a half, almost 2 years. Dispatch, why are you calling now? Why didn't you call 31 days ago? Casey, I've been looking for her and have gone through other resources to try to find her, which was stupid. Dispatch, can you give me the name of the nanny again? Like, spell it out for me? Casey, Zenaida, Zenaida. Dispatch, last name? Casey, Fernandez. Dispatch, Fernandez, Casey, hyphen Gonzalez. I think the officers are here. Officers are there? Casey, yes. End of 911 call. Okay, I also have a report from the Orange County Sheriff's Office property form. It is dated July 16th, 2008, and it says V is for victim, Anthony Kaylee Marie, 8/9/2008, and S for suspect for Anthony Casey M. And this was the same day they reported it, and it's kind of funny. I just want to point out that they already had an S for her being a suspect already. This is the car that they took in, the white Pontiac Sunfire with the Florida tax and the VIN number and the vehicle key. Okay, and the vehicle description and all that good stuff, and where they took it from. Alright. Actually, it was the next day, sorry. Alright, 7/16/08. Cindy Anthony went down to Brittany Scriver's house and told her Kaylee was missing and that she feels that Casey is hiding something. Casey told Cindy that she was going to Jacksonville for a month for a job and Casey was going to drop Kaylee off with a babysitter. Brittany also said Lee called her to tell her Kaylee was missing. So this is Brittany talking to the police. She said he seemed frustrated because Casey provided the family with false numbers. Lee called back and asked Brittany if she was Juliet, and he got a little frustrated, saying that he believed he guessed Casey gave another false number. Casey said she got a call from Kaylee on 7/16/08. Vehicle obtained, and I just gave you all the information. And what was inside: black plastic bag, doll, backpack, child's toothbrush, black leather bag, various papers, dinner knife, blue plastic crate, plastic clothes hangers, baby seat, 2 pair of female shoes, female type, brown belt, sunglasses, black case of CDs. Trunk had dirt residue and a piece of freshener sheet. Trunk had an odor of decomposition. Chris also got a text about Kaylee being missing for 32 days. He texted back and said what and no answer back. Later in the day, Lee called Chris asking if he knew anything and doing his own little private investigation. Casey called from jail about 11:30, 11:45. When asked to accept this call, he hung up. Chris called his parents and asked what to do. They said, don't answer. Casey called back 3 or 4 minutes later. Casey's first outgoing call from jail was to the Anthony's home. In the call, Casey was upset at Cindy and only wanted Tony Lazzaro's number. Casey began the call not by being upset at being, Casey began the call by being upset for being arrested for child neglect, but Cindy said she'd seen her Casey began the call not by being upset at being arrested for child neglect, but telling Cindy she had seen her cameo on TV. 7/17/08. Casey got Casey's cell phone records, Anthony's to the private phone call, meaning block number received on 7/15/08 around 12 p.m., where Casey claims to have spoken to Kaylee. There was an incoming call at 11:35 a.m. from Jamie Raylander, which lasted approximately 23 minutes. Jamie Raylander was interviewed on 8/18/08. Brian Berner talked to the police, which is, I believe, a neighbor to the Anthonys, and said Brian Berner noticed that Casey had backed her car into the garage and was not practical. One time that he's aware of, both Anthony cars were gone. Amy talked to Tony about an hour and a half that day. She went to Tony's to pick up her checkbook. Tony told Amy that Casey texted him and said, if they never find her, guess who spends eternity in jail? So, I mean, she's already acting suspicious. Police interviewed Jonathan Daly, close friend of Casey's. Police spoke to Sean Daly, known Casey for about 9 to 10 years. Sean said Casey has definitely told her share of lies. He said even in high school she was a liar. Sean said Casey started distancing herself from the group that she used to hang out with, the new group she started hanging with. And, 1 second, there's a lot of paperwork in here. So, I mean, this is just to show you how Casey Anthony has lied so much. It really frustrates me because I just don't understand why Cindy Anthony, Lee Anthony, will not see this girl for all her lies. I mean, it's clear that nobody had her. There's no babysitter by that name. And they continue just wanting to believe that there truly is. And you know what? Quite frankly, that ticks me off because right now, Kaylee has nobody on her side but us, the public, and that's really sad when us strangers are fighting for her, doing whatever we can for that little girl, and we're standing up for her. And that is just absolutely mad crazy. And I think it's very sad. And piecing a lot of this puzzle together, it's just absolutely maddening. Okay, here we go. You can see I have all the stuff printed off and everything else, but I want to continue. The new groups you started hanging around are people who do drugs, and they're party people. Police interviewed Matthew Crisp. Matthew went to high school with Casey and kept in contact until recently. Police interviewed Danny Colomarni. Knows Casey because he's a regular customer at the tattoo shop. Met her for the first time about 1.5 to 2 years ago. Casey's demeanor when she came in was always very polite, very nice. Usually had Kaylee. Been at least 3 to 6 months since the last time he had saw Kaylee. When she came in the last time he saw her, knowing what I know now, it truly blows me away how normal she was. Danny said it was just shocking. I mean, you see a girl that interacts with her kid and she seemed like a good mother. Then you see, I saw the News 13 clip, he said, last night, and she didn't look like she didn't give a shit. Police interviewed Maria Quiche. Casey was Maria's best friend. Casey was Maria's boyfriend's girlfriend. Boyfriend's friend is Tony Lazaro. She only met Kaylee once, about 1 month to month and a half ago. Maria went over to Tony's apartment, and Kaylee opened the door about 7 p.m. Clint, Maria's boyfriend, and Maria had to leave for dinner. She remembers it vividly because it's just gut instinct. I'm not a mom, but gut instinct, something doesn't sit right with her. Maria and Kaylee, were on the balcony and there's a lake. Clint came and got her to go. She didn't want to go and leave her alone on the balcony by herself. There wasn't anything wrong, but something that was a little off, and that struck her as odd. Casey was there all the time. Maria would talk to her boyfriend and Casey was there. Maria get off at between 5 and 7:30 and Casey would be there. Maria found it odd because Casey claimed she had a full-time job. She also had a daughter to take care of. After 6/9/08, Casey would say Kaylee was with George and Cindy. Last time Maria saw Casey was the end of June around 6/20/08, the weekend of the 20th of June. She asked Casey where Kaylee was, and Casey said at the beach with a nanny. Maria found it odd. Sometime beginning of July, Casey said her parents moved out and left Casey and Kaylee the house. Another lie showing that she is nothing but a pathological liar. So again, I'm going to go ahead and leave this video off and start another one since I'm running out of time on this one. And I will get to these interviews that had taken place on the 16th of July, 2008.